the type that's gon' go get it, no kidding. Breaking down a switch in front of your building. Sitting on the steps feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. You gotta keep the devil in his hole, but you know how it goes. I'm front line every time it's on. 100 proof flow, running shoot pro. 458 drop, playing bulletproof soul. Every few shows I just buy some new gold. Circle got smaller, everybody can't go. Downtown Diamond District, jewelers like yo. Hustle, holla at me, I got Cubans on the low. Through the Cancun, smoking Cubans on the boat. And dock that Tulum just to smoke. Look, listening to music at the Mayan ruins. True devotion on the bluest ocean. Cruising, my cultural influence, even revolution. I'm integrated vertically, I blew it. They tell me hustle, dumb it down, you might confuse it. This ain't that weirdo rap you used to. I'm a urban legend, South Central in a certain section. Can't express how I curb protect it. Guesses, evidence of a divine presence. Blessings, now we down at times I seen records. Effort, got an L but got E for effort. Stress, dropped them off in the Mojave Desert, then left it. Ain't no answer to these trick questions. Money making nip, straighten out my jewelry on my dresser. Well known, flick up in jail balls, snatch a champagne bottle from Rico's till T-shows. Whatever, playing chess, not checkers. 38 special for you clever. See bro, you ain't living down by the street code. Been through all these motions up and down like a seesaw. I can never view you as my equal. I wanna hear your CD fall. I'm finna take it there. This time around, I'ma make it clear. Spoke some things into the universe and they appear. I say it's worth it, I won't say it's fair. Find your purpose or you wasting there. Though y'all scared. Eyes open, I can see it clear. They don't make them bar none, they don't make them real. They don't make it where I'm from, they don't take it here. They ain't seeing due time, I be making meals. Bossed up in this game, I've been making deals. Get your lawyer on the phone, we can make it real. I got checks and balance, I flex dramatic. Other 50 on my neck, it's my reckless habit. Ain't no on my rap, disrespect the savage. I make one phone call and the rest get handled. It's just another front step with candles. No message from the set, we accept your challenge.
Family members, all y'all can get over here in these seats. We're gonna have the health department people come and speak. We got a doctor coming up to speak. We got the mental health department coming to speak. I believe Miss Stacy gonna say something, and this gonna be the health benefit part of it, man. I want to thank all y'all for coming out here today, especially y'all hoopers, because we're gonna have a lot of fun later on with that there. Right now, it's time to get some knowledge in. We here today to do a health benefit, man. And I know a lot of y'all young don't understand a lot of this stuff right now, but I tell you what, it's some good knowledge for y'all to understand. There's a lot of people going through a lot of things that we all can help out if we get knowledge behind it. You know, so today the knowledge that y'all learn, make sure that y'all go out and try to teach someone, because it's each what it is, each one teach one. There it is. Yeah. So that's what we doing out here, man. If you don't mind coming ahead and letting us know what you got going now, Mr. Rumble. Y'all don't mind giving him a hand?
Good morning. Thank you for everybody for coming out. My name is Robert Campbell. I represent Suncoast Mental Health. I've been around for about 20 years in the community. Back there is Maria Romo. I'm a therapist with Suncoast Mental Health. She's a targeted case manager. I was very proud to be able to come out and participate in this. Hopefully we can do this years to come. Now, with Sun Coast Mental Health, we provide mental health services. A lot of individuals think mental health is not something that's important, but it is. And we start off at age 5 and all the way up to adulthood. We don't just focus on people that have severe mental health issues. We focus on individuals going through just problems that people think are just common. You know, you're going through, you know, things at home, things with friends. You know, you need somebody to talk to, you don't know who to turn to. You know, you turn to one friend, he's about the same age as you. You know, he hasn't been through life, or she hasn't been through life. You know, they just going off of things that they might have seen on social media, or just what they heard somebody else going through. But there's so much in life that individuals go through that they don't know who to talk to about it. So we're here for that. You know, we don't judge. You know, whatever you feel that, you know, you might want to talk to about in private, we can do that. You know, with our counselors, we can come to the school, or we can be up at the house, or we can come to the office. A lot of times I just go out to a park and meet with clients, you know, to let them feel comfortable, and meet them where they are. You know, whatever you got going on, it stays in between you and your therapist, or you and your case manager. So we provide services for children, adults, all ages, males, females. A lot of people say, well, you know what, I don't like talking to men, or I don't like talking to women. Either way. We also have Spanish-speaking therapists, Creole-speaking therapists. You know, so we have a multitude of therapists that can really reach out to you and try to help you with whatever you're going through. A lot of times, you know, individuals going through, you know, just even middle school and going through high school. Now, this is a new transformation in life, transition. And just going to high school alone is a huge deal. I just met a young man yesterday that's in a facility, and just meeting him for the first time, I already knew he was going through a lot of stuff at the high school he was going through. So, you know, I was happy to have that opportunity to sit down and talk to him and just provide him some knowledge and some encouragement. And that's what we're here to do, is just an extra support to the individuals in the community. We're located in Fort Pierce, right off of US 1. Some of you know the area where Virginia College used to be. We're right in that shopping plaza. We've been there, or the agency's been around for 20 years. We've been in that spot for about 16 years. So a lot of individuals are like, you know, where you located, never heard of you, things like that. Been there for 16 years. We take Medicaid insurance, but if you don't have Medicaid, we do have individuals that can meet with clients that don't have insurance in terms of counseling. We provide psychiatric services. So some people be like, well, you know what, I'm not crazy. It's not about being crazy. Everybody goes through something. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. And I know with you guys being young, you might think like, you know, we can handle this on our own. Hey, we're here to support. You know, and this is what this is all about, to let you guys know that there's somebody out here that want to support you and get you to where you want to be in life. You know, I know Fort Pierce can be a rough place. I grew up in Miami, so it's not that much different. I've seen some things, I've heard some things, but I'm glad to see that you guys are out here early this morning. I know it's about coming to play basketball, but it's a lot of information out here for you guys to get, and I hope that you guys take it with you. We want to see you do well in life, you know, to be successful. You know, I just heard about 3 more people getting shot yesterday. You know, it's not good out there in the streets. So if you can, keep doing what you're doing, stay positive, stay focused, you know, get through high school, and if you need some help and you're trying to figure out where you want to go in life, hey, come talk to us sometime. We're here to help. All right, appreciate you. Thanks.
We're going to keep it rolling along, man. Right now, we're going to ask Brother Candace Secretary to come up and give us a word. He's going to tell y'all about his community efforts that he's doing, how he's out here helping out guys like y'allself and everybody in the community. So without further ado, please give him a hand.
Good morning. It's kind of impromptu, but I just want to say this. I work for the Roundtable St. Lucie County. I also do Kids at Home Project coordinator. But I'm going to take those 2 hats off, and I just want to talk to you from this perspective. This event today deals with who man is, and we are a 3-part being. There's mind, there's the body, and there's the spirit. And if you look around this room, all those components are here. Because Robert just talked to you guys about the mind. And the word says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You have health professionals here because we need to be healthy. Also, there's another component to you, and that's your spirit man. And that needs to be fed as well. So we're a three-part being. And so everything that you need is right here in this room today. But the word says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So for our spirit man, the way that we think a lot of times is what happens to us and what we bring to us. So when our thoughts are right, our life is going to be right, our actions will be right, and our choices will be right. So it's imperative that we make good decisions. And one of your best decisions today is to come out and support. And the other thing amongst young people, also, there's the free health screenings in the back. I would encourage you to get those because there are things that happen in your body sometimes that you don't know that's going on. And one of the dreaded diseases they're talking about today is cancer. And if you notice, you only see the signs of cancer after it started on the inside. But there are screenings that can show you what's going on with your body. So I encourage you to go over there and get those screenings. And the other thing is, Robert said, let's be positive people in the community. There's a lot of negative things, but also there are a lot of positive things happening in Fort Pierce. And one of those things today. So when there are events like this, I just encourage you to share with your family, share with your friends, to let people know there is something good happening in Fort Pierce. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right now, we're going to have Miss Stacy come up, and as she make her way, I'm going to let y'all know that as people roll in, we will be doing door giveaways today. So those raffle tickets that y'all get from the front door, make sure that y'all hold on to them because we got lots of door giveaways today. So without further ado, give Miss Stacy a round of applause.
Hello guys. Well, we touched on a whole lot of topics, so I really don't want to go back there, but I want to kind of tell you what we do at Mustard Seed. We're a nonprofit social service agency, so this is for families that are in crisis. And if anything, it's knowledge for you to share, whether it's your parents or your neighbor or a friend that you're talking to. You can come and receive services from us for rent, utilities, clothing, furniture, all those kinds of things that are really important that we can help the family along. But we're here also talking a lot about medical. What does Mustard Seed do with medical? We put prescriptions and things that if you can't afford to buy them, then you do it now. But if you've got a parent or someone that doesn't have health insurance, you want to come see us because we have 6 places we can send you in St. Lucie County that you can get health care for. Some of it is free, some of it is sliding scale. But more importantly, take care of yourselves, and that's what you're doing today. You're here to get knowledge that's giving you the power to do what you've got to do. But let me just explain one other thing that's really not tied to medical, but it will help you further along. You guys are all in school. You have to do community service hours. You want to graduate with those hours, you can come see us at Mustard Seed. You can do just about anything. Work in the garden, work in the warehouse. You can help us in the thrift store. There's 1,000 things that you could do. Come on a Saturday. Give of yourself. It's going to make you such a strong individual to know that in return what you can do for someone else. So take that time. I don't care if it's 2 hours. Come on and see me. We'll sign you up. We'll get you moving. We'd love to see you be part of our team. Thank you.
Delighted to be here this morning. Breast cancer. I'm an advocate. I am a survivor. And being a survivor means that I, as a woman, I go every year to have my mammogram. And the sad thing about it is, especially in the Black community, we don't do that. And so most of the time there's not symptoms for a while, as my brother was saying, but as it progresses, then it gets worse, and then we get scared, we don't want to go, but then we have to go, and then the survival rate is lower. So it's the best thing to do, I'm sorry, I have a cough drop in my mouth. The best thing to do is to make sure you go and get your breast mammogram every year. And so for me, being an annual thing, it was something that was very small. And so my chances of living a very long, healthy life, and not just depending on man, but God, is great. So I am thankful. So I want to encourage the ladies to go and get your mammogram. Don't skip that. It's very, very important. And I am a paparazzi consultant, and my jewelry over there is $5. So anything and everything is $5. So just come over and take a look. I also have I'm an entrepreneur. So I encourage young people to be an entrepreneur. I do nail strips with color streaks. So these are strips My most expensive scripts are least expensive. Let's go from $11 to $14 for French nail manicure. These will last about 10 days. They're not stick-on that falls off. They are actually 100% polish. So if you like anything, if you want a sample on your nail, come on over. Thank you for the opportunity. It's always good to do self-exam. So while you're showering or in the tub, if you ever feel anything out of place, please don't say it's nothing. Go and have it checked out, okay? So it's probably a little bit easier sometimes on men because of the anatomy of the body. So when you're taking your shower, if you feel a lump on your leg, go and have it checked out, okay? Don't ignore it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Wendy.
My name is Courtney. I'm out to support a very special person. As you can see on the back of my shirt, we lost someone to lupus this year. It's a very severe disease. A lot of people need to get educated about this disease. I'm quite sure there's ways that you can get tested to see if you have the disease gene in your body. So I encourage all young black females to get this test done. It's also promote in black males. But anyway, to that, I have oils and soaps. So you're right here. Fragrant oils for men and women. So you won't have to go out and purchase an expensive cologne. You have the fragrance here. And also soaps, essential soaps, that helps the dry skin. In African American, we have a lot of dry skin. So these soaps promote oily skins to help your skins to be more dry, hydrated. There we go. I'm not a good speaker, so. And if you're interested, so check me out.
Thank you.
Hello. I'm an 11-year breast cancer survivor. And I think, she said just about everything. I just want to piggyback on what she was saying, how important it is for you to get a mammogram. And men also have breast cancer. So it's also good for the male to check his body for any unusual lumps or anything that is not normal, because men can get breast cancer also. So it's very important for you to know your body. If you see something unusual or feel something unusual, to get it checked out. So, but yeah, and early detection is the best detection. So if you can get it detected early, the survivor chances are like 100%, 90% survival rate. So, thank you.
This dude has been a big impact in my life from y'all ages to now. Because when I was y'all age, we used to be right here in the same channel doing the same thing, hanging out outside, doing everything we do in 4 pillars. So now we live in different, trying to do better, positive things and stuff. So that's why we here today. But Steve-O, he was a big impact on my life on changing around and stuff. So, but he ended up with testicle cancer at like 35 years old. So just a couple of years ago, he had testicle cancer. So that's something that us, as young black men, we need to make sure we stay up on, checking ourselves. Like when we have to check their breasts, we got to check ours. We got to check downstairs, the other parts, women and kids, when they say all that. Just be up on game. Make sure that you go to a doctor. Today we got Miss Stacy here. She can help everybody with getting health insurance and all that type of stuff. So if y'all need to get in contact with your parents and tell them to come out here and sign y'all up or something, I don't know if y'all can sign yourself up, but if so, go and see Miss Stacy. Make sure y'all got that. Y'all all athletes. You might twist the ankle or something. You got to get all that checked out because when you start getting older like me, all that stuff starts taking place on you. You'll hurt that night, these Advil, ibuprofen, all that good stuff. So take care of yourself. Then we're gonna move right along to something that affects everybody sitting in this room. That's mental health. The mental health department right here, he just came up and gave y'all all his information on how y'all can contact him on getting help, meeting people to help you, all the programs that they got it for enrollments in schools, they got all that good stuff there here. And mental health is big for us because there's a lot of people who don't know that they're affected by mental health. So if I know we play around and say people crazy and psycho and all that there, but there's a lot of people that really is crazy, and that's not saying that in a bad way. They actually need help. Like, call somebody for them. The other night we was on the radio, I found out 211, right? So if y'all need help with anything, call 211. That's for mental health. Lupus, just like my auntie was just saying, our family was fully affected by that this year, and we lost a close family member to us to lupus, and that was definitely a big reason to why we was doing this event today. And definitely work on the streets, getting that done. And by the way, Team Lupus gonna win today. They decided to stick in, but we're gonna keep it going. Oh, breast cancer. Of course, like y'all just seen, we know a bunch of survivors in here. Breast cancer actually affect people early ages, man. Girls start catching like 14, 15 and stuff. So like, if it's in your genes to catch it, you catch it. So make sure you get straight early. The sickle cell anemia, we was actually impacted by that this year too. One of my best friends, he's the captain of this team today. He'll be out here today. So if y'all plan on sickle cell anemia, y'all will meet him. His sister passed away this year, Rachel Ricks, and she was another influence to us doing this here today. So sickle cell anemia is actually something that's found mostly in, I'm almost sure it's all black people. You know, so if y'all in this room, you can get impacted by it. So make sure you go and get screened for that. We got diabetes and high blood pressure. And of course, we all can catch that because we all eat soul food and all the other bad stuff that we ain't supposed to be eating. So basically, make sure you're working out every day, trying to sweat some kind of way. If you just run in your room, touch the wall 2 times or something, try to sweat some kind of way. I don't know what you can do, just sweat. Sweat. And watch you're eating. What you was telling me? What you was saying? Oh, cardio, yes, cardio. So I thought I was reading something. So basically, we don't have everybody come and talk. We do have the Florida Community Health Department back here, and we're waiting for their doctor that's going to show up today. He will give y'all a talk sometime today, rather than in between one of these halftime games or something. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to get our DJ on. Our DJ that's on deck today, DJ EA, to go run us some tunes. Y'all boys can start shooting around and stuff. And what we're gonna do is not shoot over here because we're trying to protect these jewelry over here, okay? Y'all feel me? So for now, until we have more people rolling in and more speakers to come, we got till 12 o'clock before we start setting up for the basketball game. So y'all can roll around, check out everything that's here, and I hope everybody got a great time today.
The topic that I'm supposed to have today is supposed to be like lupus, but I don't know if there is a lot of people here who got patients or got family who got lupus. But I see a lot of young men and young ladies here. And one of the cases that at Florida Community Health Center that I see we got a lot are the sexually transmitted diseases, particularly among the young people. Does everybody here know what is an STD? Wonderful, sexually transmitted disease. So that means if I go drink some water, I can have this disease? Hello? If I drink water, do I can have this disease?
No answer?
No answer? So let's go back again. What is STD? Sexually. So what is the only way I can have it? That's sex. Thank you. So in Fort Pierce, we got an increase of is STD called chlamydia more than 20% for the last 5 years. And each year, it got 20% more. What's that mean? Suppose in 2010, if we have like 100 cases of chlamydia, in 2011, we got 120. In 2012, we got 140. So what's that mean? It's growing. Now, the funny part, it's like it's growing among young people. Young men, young girls. So young ladies, how many of you heard about the STD? Nobody? Now, next question. How many of you use protection when you're having sex? I hope all of them. Can I have some hands, please? How many of you use protection when we're having sex? So what type of protection do you use? So what is funny, I only have 2 hands now. That means the rest of you don't use protection, right? Or you do. So what type of protection do you use? What type of protection do you use? I don't need to know about the brand name. What type of protection? You use condom? Okay. So all of you use condom? My next question, where do you get the condom? On the store. Where do you put the condom after you bought it from the store? The condoms are made of plastic. You know that, right? Material made to plastic. What happened to any type of plastic if we got like heat? What happened to the plastic? Yes, they become denatured, they're not good, right? If I put heat next to it, plastic, what will happen to the texture? It's gonna change, right? So, this condom has to move from this truck to another place before it goes to where? To the store, right? And then you buy the condom. Do you think we still have 98%? Do you think that we still have 98% of guarantee? No. Then you buy the condom and you put it on your compartment glove in your car, and your car stays outside. What do you think about the nature of the condom now? No good. No good. So you remember how I started? In Fort Pierce, we got an increase of 20% of STDs every year. Yes, some of you are using condoms, but you must know you're not completely protected. Am I clear? Yes. So, I'm happy that you're doing sports, basketball. You have to stay healthy, but while you're doing the physical part to stay healthy, you have to protect yourself. Yes, use the condom, but thinking that whether it's Magnum or another brand, that doesn't mean that each one of them is guaranteed. Am I clear? Do you have questions for me? You sure? Okay. Quick question for you. Raise your hand or just say yes or no. We on what day is today? What day is today? So since last Monday, how many of you have sex? Now, how many partners? How many partners? With how many people did you have sex for this last week? That's another problem because these people keep having sex. For example, I got a recent case this week. This person had sex and he came on October 2nd and came back on October 15th. So we got the case and she doesn't know when she was infected. Before October 2nd or before October 15th. Why? It's because she's trying to count how many people that she has to say that, so those people have to come for treatment. I know you're young. Yes, ma'am, young man. I know you're young, but you have to take care of yourself, okay? Not only protect you from come down, but avoid to have like multiple partners. Am I clear? It was a pleasure to meet each one of you. If you don't have questions for me, I know you need to do basketball. So, how many of you now, my last question, are going to become the Wade or LeBron James? Or you? Thank you. Have a blessed day, everybody.
Thank you again, y'all. Thank you again. Hey, this Fort Pierce Coach Carter right here, man, believe it or not, man, he done saved a lot of lives around here, man. He done taught a lot of people how to play basketball and done took them far ways from Fort Pierce, man. So make sure y'all show some attention to him right now and show him some love by the time he finished, please, Coach. Oh, do your thing, Coach.
I've been in a couple gyms. I know you guys don't know who I am. I've been a teacher and coach in San Luis County for 30 years. I've been fortunate to coach some good guys. Earl Demery, Torrey, Sandy Mack. Believe it or not, you know Khalil. Everybody hear of Khalil Mack? I almost screwed Khalil's career up because he liked to play basketball. Basketball was his real sport, right, Sandy? Basketball was his true love. And Sandy played for us at Westwood. I was the coach there from 1999 to 2008. I don't know if some of you guys were 2, 3, 4 years old. Yeah, I'm old school, all right? But I'm here today. What can I convey to you? Earl asked me to come and talk to you today about some health situations. I was fortunate enough that God, people say I'm lucky. I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. There's a difference, okay? You know all how it is to be blessed by the mercy and grace, okay? I was a coach. I had a good wife, great kids, nice job. Everything was great, but there was something missing in my life. I wasn't happy. I'd go out into a dark room or out in the woods, and I'd pray to God. I'd say, God, there's something missing in my life. You've blessed me with everything a man could ever want, but I'm not happy. There's something missing. I know there's something inside of me, but I'm not happy. I said, please, God, you need to change my life. I don't know if you're out there, what my plan is. I know I've affected a lot of guys through basketball. Show me if you're out there. Change my life. Make me a better person. Make me a better Christian. Make me a better father, a better husband, a better coach. A couple months went by, nothing. I didn't feel it. Wasn't feeling it, didn't feel anything. Boom, all of a sudden, I was struck with a brain aneurysm. In my shower, early one morning in an empty house. Does anybody know what a brain aneurysm is? Has anybody ever heard of a brain aneurysm? Anybody have any family that knows about somebody that's had a brain aneurysm? Okay? You know when you cut your finger, cut your arm or your wrist or your finger, and it starts bleeding because of the vein or the artery in there? Well, I had that, only it was inside of my skull in my brain. Okay? Inside my skull, in my brain, all right? Collapsed on the floor, in the shower. 2.5 hours later, I fell on the drain, 2 inches of water throughout the bathroom, throughout the bedroom, had to rip all the carpets up because it was soaked. I was able to crawl out into my living room, somehow get on a phone that hardly ever worked, dial my wife's number who worked at the hospital. She's never there. Called. She answered on the first ring. I said, baby, there's something wrong. Next thing I knew, there was paramedics at my house. They loaded me up. They took me to Lawnwood Hospital, the trauma center. Okay? They come out, told my wife, we're sorry, we can't save your husband. He just had a brain aneurysm. He's bleeding in the brain. Can't stop it. We don't have the people capable here to take care of what he needs. They're a trauma center, right? You get in an accident on 95, the turnpike, they fly people there because it's the best. My wife wouldn't accept that. He's not done. Put me on a trauma hawk, flew me to Fort Lauderdale to West Side Hospital. A doctor there, a neurosurgeon, started an operation on me, went up through my groin, tried to go into my brain and coil the aneurysm that was bleeding. Came out 6 hours later, said, ma'am, I don't have the knowledge to do this. I've only been doing this for a few years. Can't help him. Your husband's going to die on the table. She wouldn't take that. She wouldn't accept that. Back on the Trauma Hawk helicopter, flew me to Miami-Jackson Hospital. My head was about this big. They had to put a shunt in my head. They had to put tubes down, draining into my stomach cavity so all the brain, blood, and the fluid could drain out of my brain down into my stomach and disperse. Next morning, a guy performed a 12-hour surgery called a craniotomy. I know there's some little children in here, ladies. They had to take a saw and cut my skull open and move part of my skull, and the doctor had to go in and operate on my brain and put a clipping, you know, like a bag of chips when you put a little clip on it, you know, keep the chips in there. They had to put that in my vein, in my artery, in my brain that was bleeding. 12-hour operation. I was in a coma for 3 weeks. A coma, you know what a coma is? Induced coma, you're like this. Everything's shut down. Everything's down, out, on a machine, eating, all that. All I had to do was not open my eyes and it was done. It was over. 48 years old. I got 2 kids, a wife, everything done. That's real. I woke up 3 weeks later, doctors came in, said, move your feet. I could move. People don't survive aneurysms less than 10%, or they have some kind of physical disability. I lost 50 pounds. I quit drinking. I quit other bad habits. I quit everything. Sitting in the hospital night after night after night, dark, no TV, no electronics, no music, just dark and myself, but I wasn't alone. I started reaching out to God. And I said, what I can convey to you, what I realized when I woke up and I realized, damn, I was almost done. Death, I never thought about death. I was done. All I had to do was not open my eyes and it was over. Okay? I'm praying to God. All of a sudden, not within a matter of days, but over a time period, I didn't die and go to heaven and come back. I didn't see Jesus face to face, but I did get the Holy Spirit to come into my body, and He gave me a peace and a calmness that I'd never experienced. I don't want to leave my kids, but if that's God's decision that He wants to do it, I'm all in with that. He knew that. From that point on, things in my life started getting better. It's almost like magic, but it's spiritual. It started happening out to my way, all right? What can I convey to you that I learned from going through a near-death experience? We're not in control. As soon as we get on the same page of what God wants for our life and realize we're not in control, but we're willing to do what He wants through our life, things will work out. Things will work out for the better. See, because none of us are getting out of here alive. None of us are leaving this earth or this world alive. Some of us sooner than others. Your body's not going to be there anymore. But what's alive is your spirit. Your spirit, the kind of person you are, how you treat other people. Because one day your spirit is going to be knocking on the door. You're going to a party. The biggest, nicest party you've ever had. The biggest mansion you've ever seen. And your soul, your spirit's going to knock on the door. You're going to open it. And who's going to answer the door? Who's going to answer? Jesus Christ, you're going to come face to face with Jesus. You can fool your teachers, you can fool your parents, you get over on a lot of people and do the wrong thing. When you go to do it, you know it's the wrong thing, because I know you guys are smart, but you do it anyway because you can get away with it. Everything you do is being recorded. That day, hopefully it's later on when you're old, you're going to be knocking on the door and Jesus is going to answer. And is he going to know you? Is he going to open that door and say, yeah, I know you, good job? Or is he going to say, I never met you, I don't know you, you can't come in. You can't come into this party. Because that's going to happen one day. I've been there and I felt it. And that's real. Hopefully you won't have to face for a long time to knock on that door. But someday it's going to come when you're on that bed, or we're in that ambulance, or when you're in that helicopter. Will Jesus know who you are? And I hope and pray to God that he blesses you guys the way he has with me and my family. And what you need to do is ask him to come into your heart, confess your sins, say, I'll make you my Lord and Savior. I'm willing to do whatever purpose you have in my life, and get to know him. Get to know him. I went to church my entire life, but I never knew Jesus Christ until I was on that bed, not knowing if I was going to get up or not. See my family, do the things I love. Make sure you get to know him, so when you meet him, he knows who you are. Have a good day, gentlemen. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Well, baby, we out here, baby. Let's do this thing. Show 'em what you do, man. High blood pressure, your mom sitting on that thing, baby. Let's get it, baby. We out here, huh? Do the wobble in the shirt. Do the wobble in the shirt. You all got robbed by the shirt. Security. Yo, this your boy Earl D, #3 with ED3 Visions, man. It was just such a blessing to have everybody come out and chop it up with us, man. I want to send a huge shout out and a thank you to every sponsor that came a part of this event. For everybody who came out and supported us today, I want to thank y'all very much, man, for mental health, lupus awareness, breast cancer awareness, sickle cell anemia, all those things. I want y'all to know, if you fighting with those things, your boy Earl D here to fight with you. Everybody who's a part of this with me, they here to fight with you, man. And when I go under, that's what I want to go under doing, man, fighting with y'all, man. So one love to everybody who came out and supported, and everybody who wanted to come and couldn't. It's still love, baby. ED3 Visions.